Welcome to today's Explainer, everyone. Today, we're diving into something really fascinating. We're unpacking a platform that takes modern financial technology and seamlessly merges it with deeply established ethical principles. It's called Shariah Invest. Now, if you've been following how traditional Islamic finance concepts like mudaraba can actually operate inside a sleek digital ecosystem, you're going to find this walkthrough absolutely relevant. We're going to trace the actual user journey, step by step, to really demystify how this whole thing works, both on the front end for everyday users and behind the scenes. And just to establish right out of the gate that we're looking at a platform with serious, undeniable traction, check out this number straight from their landing page. Over 10 crore Bangladeshi taka has already been invested through this ecosystem. I mean, that is a massive milestone. It shows us there's a highly active, thriving community of users who already trust this platform with their financial growth. So you might be wondering, how exactly are they pulling this off?
Well, let's dive into our roadmap for today and find out. We'll kick things off with a welcome to Shariah Invest, then look at simple halal investing, explore giving back and saving, dig into their strict Shariah vetting process, and wrap up by tracking your financial growth.
Welcome to Shariah Invest.
Looking right at the homepage, the design language speaks volumes. It's incredibly clean, it's accessible, and it clearly and proudly identifies itself as a Sharia-based crowdfunding platform. You can see the heavy emphasis on core principles like mudaraba right up front. By placing this front and center, right alongside those modern App Store download buttons and quick video tutorials, the platform immediately communicates a powerful message. Ethical investing now integrates directly with modern convenience. It is absolutely built for today's digital-first user.
Section 2. Simple halal investing.
Okay, so the platform boils onboarding down to these 4 incredibly straightforward steps. 1. Open an account. 2. Deposit your funds. 3. Choose your investment. And 4. Withdraw your profits. The real takeaway here is how they've completely removed the friction that usually bogs down traditional finance. Whether you're a total novice making your very first investment or a seasoned expert trying to diversify a portfolio, this streamlined 4-step process means you aren't drowning in endless paperwork. You're empowered to just take action, quickly and easily.
So what exactly are you investing in? Once you complete those initial steps, you land on a dashboard filled with active halal investment opportunities. Just notice the specific campaigns listed here, things like Anna's Trading and AAA Taylor. What's really striking about this interface is the sheer transparency. Right there on the campaign cards, you get the projected ROI, the total funding goal, and the exact time remaining. You're not just guessing where your money is going into some black box. You are actively choosing to support specific, real-world businesses, all while knowing exactly what your projected return is going to be.
Moving right along to Section 3, Giving Back and Saving.
Now, what's really interesting about this platform is its dual nature. Unlike your standard, run-of-the-mill financial tools that purely focus on wealth generation, like those mudaraba investments we just talked about, Shariah Invest puts an equal technological focus on what we might call spiritual wealth. Right alongside your profit tracking, the platform seamlessly integrates features for Sadaqah, Card Hassan, and even dedicated savings plans for Hajj and Umrah. It literally redefines the whole concept of a financial portfolio by blending your financial growth with your ethical and religious duties.
For instance, with the dedicated Sadaqah tracker, you aren't just sending money out into a void and hoping for the best. You can meticulously track your charitable giving over time. You essentially get a detailed ledger of your generosity, which keeps your ethical goals just as organized and accessible as your profit margins. It makes giving a natural, integrated part of your daily financial routine rather than just an afterthought.
And this brilliantly illustrates that exact same concept, but applied to savings. Using the platform's actual data structure, we can see a user tracking their progress toward a Hajj or Umrah trip. Here they're sitting at 17% of the way to their goal. And you know, there is just something deeply psychologically rewarding about seeing a visual progress bar for a massive life milestone like this. It keeps you motivated, it keeps you focused, and it turns this daunting, giant financial mountain into completely achievable, bite-sized visual steps.
Section 4, Strict Shariah Vetting Process.
All right, let's take a peek behind the curtain. Security starts on day 1 with an AI-powered national ID verification system. Take Muhammad Akbar's profile, for example. His ID isn't just sitting in a folder somewhere. It's actively cross-referenced by artificial intelligence. This is absolutely crucial because it protects the whole community by ensuring every single business owner and investor on the platform is a verified, real person.
But hey, verifying the person is really just step 1. What about verifying the actual business? Before any investment opportunity, like that Anna's Trading campaign we looked at, ever reaches your dashboard, it has to survive this intense 5-tier approval timeline.
First, a collection officer gathers the data. Second, it goes straight to the Shariah board to guarantee religious compliance. Third, an inspection officer does a physical or operational check. Fourth, a business analyst reviews the hard financials. And finally, a board director gives the ultimate sign-off. It's a seriously robust funnel, designed from the ground up to minimize risk for everyday users like us.
And we don't just have to take their word for it. The platform provides actual visual proof of this rigorous back end. This is the internal screen where the Shariah board actually scores and approves a business's halal status. You get to see the checklist and the final approval rating. By hard-coding this workflow directly into the software architecture, the platform ensures that compliance isn't just some flashy marketing buzzword, it's a mandatory, unavoidable step before a single cent can change hands.
Which brings us to Section 5, Tracking Your Financial Growth.
When you really dive into the active Mudarabah investments, the financial transparency is just incredible. This breakdown shows the exact details of a campaign. It doesn't just give you a vague, hey, we invested your money update. No, it specifically tells you that funds were used for raw material purchases from Sabre Fabric and Kashem sourcing. It explicitly states the projected ROI, which in this case is a very impressive 25%, and it outlines a highly detailed 12-month repayment schedule down to the exact taka. As an investor, having that level of granular detail gives you absolute confidence in exactly where your capital is deployed.
And as those 12 months actually progress, you get to enjoy this visually satisfying monthly profit dashboard. Instead of forcing you to read through dense, boring financial statements, you can dynamically track your returns month by month with these super clear bar charts. If you're investing in multiple businesses, you literally get to watch these bars grow over time, giving you immediate, effortless feedback on how your performance is performing.
And that all culminates right here, the comprehensive user dashboard. Think of this as your personal command center. It beautifully unifies everything we've talked about today: your total balance, your active Mudarabah campaigns, your monthly profit visualizers, and your charity tracking. The whole shebang, all living harmoniously on one single screen. It takes what is essentially incredibly complex financial and ethical data and makes it instantly readable and actionable.
Which brings us to the end of our journey today. And it leaves us with one really powerful question to ponder. Are you ready to align your financial growth with your deepest ethical values? I think Shariah Invest proves that when you build the right technology, you really don't have to choose between a modern, data-rich investment experience and strict ethical compliance. You can absolutely have both. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this breakdown sparked your curiosity, and I highly encourage you to keep exploring how digital platforms like this are actively reshaping the future of ethical finance. See you next time.